about how to save up to buy your first home. Joining me today, Brandon Haefele, the CEO and president of Catalyst Mortgage. Good morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so this is such an interesting time because interest rates are at an all-time low. They're doing really, really well right now, and Sacramento housing market is hot.
Yeah.
But how do we get into our first home?
Well, you know, right now, it is an interesting time because interest rates have finally started to come back down. We're in the 3% range for 30-year fixed, high 2% range for 15-year fixed. So anybody that's been on the sidelines of, last 1 or 2 years about potentially getting into the housing market really should take another look at it. There's a lot of options available, especially for down payment assistance as well.
Well, here's what scares a lot of people off, especially when you're thinking maybe millennials or younger families. You hear 20% down payment.
Right.
That's terrifying when you consider maybe a $400,000 home. That would be roughly 77 grand. Yeah. How do we navigate that?
Well, really, you don't need 20% down. And the common misconception is the 20% down payment. And really, you can go on FHA as little as 3.5% down, on conventional 3% down. But then on top of that, there's grant programs available. And so I really urge consumers, when they're looking to do this and looking to get in, pre-approved, shop around, see different, companies, what they have to offer. Not every company is the same, and not all programs are the same. So shop around and find out what you qualify for to get the minimum down payment.
I wanted to touch on that because, you're saying that you could be eligible for mortgage assistance programs.
Absolutely.
And for some, the income limit for these programs is 150 grand a year.
It really
that's
is.
a pretty generous limit.
It is, and most people think that there's these low income, and it's just for people that are 60,000 or under to come into the market. And really, it's not that case. It's up to 150,000. But again, that's just Cal Haefele. There's other programs also available that could be equity share programs, other grant assistance. So even if you're brand new to the market, you can come in. Interest rates are at phenomenal lows and actually take advantage. And right now, for instance, since interest rates have dropped, that's another $45,000 on average of purchasing power. So either A, you can have a lower purchase price, or B, you can even go a little bit higher than you were a year or two ago and be able to have the same payment.
All right, so there's some options that we can kind of work with, play with the numbers. I wanted to touch on this point you have before we go. Get pre-qualified and pre-approved for a mortgage. That sounds terrifying.
It really isn't.
But you have to do it.
You have to, and it's really pay stubs, W-2s, and meet with a loan professional to learn what you qualify for. Even if you have gotten pre-approved before, do it again, because your purchase price now, with rates lower, is going to be higher than it was a year or two ago. And it's really important that with rates being low, if you are currently a homeowner, look at refinancing to drop your interest rate, or potentially, pay off some credit card debt, consolidate everything into one low monthly payment.
I like that. All right, so if someone's watching at home saying, hey, I'm getting ready to pull the trigger, I want to buy my first house, a good first step would be meeting with you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just get pre-approved. And, whether it's Catalyst or another company, get pre-approved, see what your options are. And even if you're not going to do something now, it's going to be in 2 or 3 years from now, or even 2 months from now, get pre-approved so you know where you stand, so you do it at your level when you're comfortable.
All right, Brandon Haefele of Catalyst Mortgage, thank you for being here.
Thanks so much.
All right, back to you guys in the studio.